Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. Today is another LEGO weekly news update. Plenty of things happened in the world of LEGO this week. We're still sort of riding off the heels of last week, where just about all of the LEGO summer sets for 2018 have been announced. So if you want a little bit more of an in-depth look at what is coming around the bend for summer 2018, I've linked last week's news video as well. But jumping right into this week's news, we have kind of a strange announcement from Overwatch. Sorry, from Blizzard Entertainment, but the announcement is that LEGO is getting a license to make sets based on the game, the video game, the computer game, Overwatch. This is the massively popular Blizzard first-person shooter that features a very wide variety of unique characters that you can play from. So I know when the game first came out and really started hitting its stride in popularity, tons of LEGO custom builders started building all the characters at all shapes and sizes. And the initial announcement from Blizzard is pretty vague, but the only real little bit of information we get is that the sets that are coming out of this particular license will be coming at varying price points. So some people were initially guessing possibly Brickheadz. Maybe Brickheadz might be coming down the line, but the term various price points being used leads me to believe that there's going to probably be several different sized play sets. On a personal note, I hope that the sets are styled in a way where we get brick-built versions of the characters, because that's just the best way to kind of show off their unique body shapes and also the different size comparison between a lot of the guys. There's also a lot of talk, or just maybe hopes from the community, that some of the sets are going to have minifigs of the characters and that there'll be play sets based on certain parts of the different maps that you play in the game. Either way, I think there's a lot of positive buzz going back and forth between the LEGO community. I think this is probably one of the more popular computer games played amongst, the more dedicated LEGO fans. That's just a guess of mine, but I'm also kind of hoping that this might be opening the door to later licenses, maybe video game themed licenses, to be taken up by LEGO as well. We saw Sonic come as a Dimensions character, which was kind of fun. It was a little bit random, and I know I have said this a million times over and over during live streams and other videos, but it would be amazing if LEGO could get a Nintendo license as well, because there are some characters in there where we could have some really cool sets based on video games. But I know a lot of people would be really loving to get some Mario sets, maybe some Zelda sets. I have no idea. Anyways, that's just total speculation on this point, but I'm really glad that LEGO is doing Overwatch. I'm really curious to see what comes down the line. I know a lot of people are. I'm excited. I hope you guys get excited too. Moving on to the next bit of news. These images were first revealed from Promo Bricks, and they are set to come out at some point in July. We've got Darth Vader, set number 41619, and a Stormtrooper, 41620. These are the Brickheadz guys. We knew they were coming. I think everybody knew that we'd be getting Darth Vader at some point. Everybody knew we'd be getting a Stormtrooper, and I'm definitely a fan as to, the little building style that was used to create Darth Vader's helmet. We have that new sort of triangle 2x2. It's basically a 2x2 tile cut in half, and that has a special print that makes up Darth Vader's nose, mouth, breather apparatus in the front. I think that was a really fun little choice. And then maybe LEGO might have taken a cue from Phasma's helmet not looking quite as nice. I know some people weren't really a big fan as to how Phasma's helmet looked. Stormtrooper helmets are very similar. This is technically a slightly different shape because it's a classic Stormtrooper, not a First Order Stormtrooper, but it doesn't really matter. The build style has once again changed for this guy, and I believe changed for the better. Would have been really funny to see if you could take Darth Vader's helmet off and have, his face with part of the mask still left on underneath. I don't think Brickheadz has quite the right size in order to be able to do something fun like that. But anyways, I like these guys. Two classic characters, or Darth Vader's a classic character, and Stormtroopers are pretty much the most common and well-recognized troopers, from the license. So that's great that we're getting them. And then I thought we would be totally done collecting Jurrasic World dinosaurs here in the studio, but that's not the case. Over at Brickset, there was an image released, or an image found, of a the final, I hope, final Jurrasic World set. I don't really know the name of it. It looks like it could be just a promotional set. It's basically an exclusive T-Rex. It's got what looks like leopard printing that go along the body, and he stands on a little brick-built stand. I don't know if this is a scene from the movie. I didn't watch it, but it is going to be coming down the line in what I think is probably going to be a relatively soon promotion. And then the next bits of reveals don't necessarily have to do with sets, or they do. This is the Lego Movie 2 poster. It's called the Lego Movie 2, the second part. At this point, that is the only real update about this upcoming film. I do know it has been reported on, at least in the past, that it is going to be more of a musical-based film, a bit different stylistically from what we got from the original Lego movie. And I do like the way that this new logo looks. I kind of want to build a small version of it, like we do have a small version of the original Lego logo movie up here in the studio. And let me know what you think about the official title. I'm somewhat indifferent. It's the second part, considering the original movie was just called the Lego Movie. It's a movie about Legos. Yeah, it seems it's sort of along the same lines, has kind of the same attitude imparted with the full title, just as the second part. All right, moving on. This reveal here is not necessarily a full, it's more of a confirmation reveal. This is the box art for one of the next city sets that's coming out for the summer. It's a great looking train set, and the only bit of extra revealing, or the information that we learn a little bit more about by seeing the box art, is the fact that the power functions that you can hook up to the set are part of the new power function. So it looks like Lego is integrating, I think, across all set platforms, the new power function setup, which means you're going to be able to control your Lego power function sets with the remote control. You can see what it looks like there in the bottom corner of the box, and it will be able to connect with an app on your smartphone or tablet. So this same power function piece is going to be included or usable within the Superheroes app-controlled Batmobile set number 76112 that was, at least the pictures were officially shown off last week. And there are also some Duplo train sets that will be able to hook up to the same power function as well. I have a feeling this is just going to become the new standard for what Lego does for anything that's battery operated, excluding maybe Mindstorm or Boost or something. And it just kind of seems like a natural evolution of hooking up the Lego electronic features to, you know, what people are using nowadays. Everybody does app-controlled stuff. Everyone's going to be using their smartphone. So it makes sense that you can still make it compatible, but if you want to just still have that fun controller feel, each of the power functions still comes with that controller as well. This last little bit of an updated story is something that I guess only pertains to those in the US, and I wasn't actually aware of the Mosaic Maker service that Lego does. I was aware of this type of software that is, I think, free to use up at Bricklink, but Lego, I think, has been doing this for a while, where basically you can submit a picture for a portrait, or I suppose a picture for anything, and for $129.99, at least in the States, you can get a mosaic made up of what look like exclusively 1x1 plate pieces, and it says that in total it's going to come with 4,502 parts. I'm assuming that's because it's going to be making up a square, or who knows, maybe a rectangle. So in terms of part to price ratio, that's really good, but obviously it's going to be a good part to price ratio. You're getting the smallest pieces that Lego pretty much makes, and often they go by weight in ABS as opposed to the number of pieces, which is a very common misconception. Anyways, I like that Lego offers this service. I like that it's coming to the States. Making mosaics on your own by sourcing your own bricks is a really, really expensive service. So the fact that Lego realizes that people have been wanting to do this and have been doing this on their own for a while, and they now provide the service for you and they make it a little bit more accessible, is awesome. I don't know if I'm going to be using it myself, but it's great that Lego sort of saw the niche and the want from the fans, and now you can do it through them. So that's kind of cool. And then finishing off the news, I'm going to jump into Lego Ideas. If you don't know what Lego Ideas is, it's a website. You submit a creation in hopes to having it become an official Lego set. And this one here is called the Wild Horse. It's actually been doing decently well in terms of people kind of noticing it and supporting it. Not quite as strong as maybe some of the other ones that you'll see in the recommended section, but I feel in my gut that there is somewhere in the market a group of people that might actually appreciate this set or sets like this, which is, well, in this particular case, a wild horse, but I think just larger nature builds of, nice high quality builds of a cool animal, I think people would actually be into. This particular build I think is pretty strong because it looks great from just about all angles, and it feels like it is extremely posable. The horse actually does look pretty animated, and it would be interesting to see LEGO's interpretation if, of course, this thing got 10,000 votes and then accepted and then went through a bit of redesign with the LEGO builders. I would be curious to see if this indeed could maintain a very animated shape and still be structurally sound enough, to be able to stand up. Remember, we're looking at just rendered pictures right now, so who knows if the model could look quite as cool as it does now. But anyways, the design here came from Marts25, and links to this ideas set, plus links to all the news articles I mentioned, are in the description below. Oh, hey everybody, hope you enjoyed that video. I just wanted to pop in really quick and say that we do have a web store, BrickVault.toys, that sell instructions for super high quality mocks that are built by incredibly talented designers. So that is the first link in the description below. And also there's other videos too. We've got other things if you want to watch that. All right, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.